Kia ora, my name is Dr. Margaret Henley and I am course convener for the internship program in the Faculty of Arts. Through this program, you can give your future a trial run and apply the academic and practical skills you've learned in your degree within a professional workplace. You'll be able to network with experts already working in your dream job, quiz them about their role, and be mentored by them while learning valuable industry-based skills and significantly enhancing your employability once you graduate from university. Building on these professional networks while at university, creating relationships with potential employers, and adding professional experience to your CV puts you steps ahead in your future. These internships form the bridge between your current study and your future work life. Many of our interns find employment using their internship networks before they finish their degree. The internship program is open to third year Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Communication students. Those accepted will be placed in an organisation where they will work on a specific project supervised by their industry mentor. You will also be engaged in a series of work-based assessments which are designed to further enhance your employability profile and strengthen your CV. Completing an internship provides students with a range of work-ready skills, professional contacts, and the chance to create a portfolio of work to show future employers. If an internship is something you're interested in, it's great to have it in mind as you plan your degree. Think about future courses you'd like to take where an internship will allow you to get your skill-based work ready for your chosen career path. You can read more about our arts internships at the link on the screen.
Kia ora. My name is Evelyn and I have recently graduated with a conjoint Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science with my arts major in communication. In my final year of study, I took the internship course offered through the communication program so I could get some real-life industry experience while still at university. As a student, it is hard to gauge what the real world can be like and what job you want to do after you graduate. There are so many jobs under the umbrella of communication, so the internship program is a good way to take those first steps into the industry and start building experience in a certain area. I spent a semester working with the communications and marketing team within the university. I created 2 reels for Instagram and a long-form interview for YouTube, which were used as part of a recruitment campaign. I loved seeing these published and the incredible results. The satisfaction I got from knowing my work paid off and still achieving the goals that were set out for me despite challenges in the process was really a big pat on the back moment. My internship helped to develop a lot of technical skills in things like interviewing, video producing, and video editing. All these skills were really influential in helping me land one of my current roles after graduation. My internship also helped me to understand what I enjoy and what is important to me in a future career. I know that sounds really vague, but my internship gave me an insight into different areas of real-world comms. It gave me a potential career direction and also helped to start forming ideas of what I want outside of a role itself. Something like a good working environment. The team vibe has to be good. I would really encourage you to take the opportunity to do an internship during your degree.
I'm Jenny Knight. I work at the Mental Health Foundation as the People and Organisational Development Coordinator, and so what I do here is recruitment and HR and anything to do with people's employment basically. I studied a Bachelor of Arts at the University of Auckland and my major was in geography, so mostly human geography, a little bit of like coastal geography, and my minor was in anthropology. I chose to do a Bachelor of Arts at the University of Auckland in geography and anthropology because I felt like those topics were quite aligned. Anthropology is about people, geography is about people and places, and when I went to university to start with, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I tried a lot of different things. In the end, the major that I thought I might be interested in didn't end up working out for me, and I had gone along to a few 101 classes for different courses, and anthropology and geography just really stood out to me. Geography and anthropology were both subjects I'd never studied before, but I took those 101 classes and I just felt really aligned with what they were talking about. I really enjoyed doing my degree at Auckland Uni because a lot of the topics were super interesting, not something I'd studied before. I'd never done anthropology anywhere at high school. I don't even know if they offer that as a subject. And going to those first classes and realising there's so much to learn, there's so much new information about kind of things that I'd been thinking about for a few years but not knowing what it was. It was really liberating actually, and I felt like there were a lot of people around me who were in a similar situation, trying things and learning more about themselves a little bit. When I was doing anthropology and it was all about cultures and how communities are formed and how people work together in groups, it just reminded me of a lot of my interests throughout high school. I was really interested in why people do things, and anthropology really answered that question. So I did my geography part of my degree. Again, I just went along to a few courses at the beginning, and the passion of the people there was amazing. Everyone was super interested, lots of different topics. I vividly remember sitting in on a social geography class and being like, I don't know what this is, but it really speaks to me. It was talking about how, race and ethnicity and gender are all factors that kind of influence how we move around this world, which is stuff that I had experienced but didn't really know what to call it. And I remember going home and talking to my parents, being like, oh my gosh, I found this amazing thing that I really want to do. And they were like, what is social geography? And I was like, I just don't know if I can answer that yet. And then at the end of 3 years I could, obviously. And yeah, I felt really pleased that I'd found something that really aligned with my interests and the way I saw the world. And what I actually got out of doing those courses beyond knowledge was an understanding of how people work. And further than that was an understanding of how to think critically, how to interrogate ideas, how to view information as something that is created by people rather than just existing. Throughout my degree, there were lots of opportunities to join clubs and societies. I was a little bit of a nerd and I kind of stuck to myself, so I would look at those from afar, but when I did some postgrad study, I got really involved in the community around that study, and I was particularly studying disasters and how people respond in disasters. And I had the opportunity to do a summer research scholarship with the university, and as part of that I joined Oxfam New Zealand as an intern, and I was able to do quite a lot of research with them. And that led me to actually go to a few different countries. So I went to Tonga and I went to the Solomon Islands, and I was able to facilitate workshops and get to know people, in those islands and in those governments of those islands even, which was amazing. I was very new and I don't know that I really knew what I was doing, but it was just like a little work opportunity basically that came as a result of sort of studying those subjects and then getting into that sort of scholarship, the summer scholarship field. I think the most valuable skill I learnt in my Bachelor of Arts was definitely how to question information and how to think critically about a lot of stuff. So I think before I went to university, I took things as fact quite a lot, and going to university taught me how to review a source, to check whether or not the information was actually valuable. And that has become really, really important in these last few years in the 2020s when there's been so much misinformation going on, and being able to think, who is saying this and what is the purpose that they're saying it for. I think the skills I learned at uni really helped me to kind of be able to, question that a little bit more. Probably another skill is I can type extremely fast now, and I can write, because you do a lot of writing in a Bachelor of Arts, depending on what you study, of course, but I did a lot of writing, creating, arguments, writing essays. It's not something I do in my current job, but everyone writes. Most jobs require you to write in a persuasive manner, and that's something I really practiced in my Bachelor of Arts. I use my degree in several different ways. Firstly, because I studied a Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology and Geography, which are very centred around humans. I have gone into careers that revolve around working with people, understanding them. A lot of my work at university was around vulnerable people, and I now spend my time engaging with people in a workplace, not often vulnerable, but it does give you a specific lens on how to view issues or conflicts that do come up. Equally, my role at the Mental Health Foundation is to hire people, and the fact that I've done a degree which shows me that people from different backgrounds can have different experiences, I can understand that I have my own unconscious bias, and when I'm hiring I can make sure that I'm reviewing that and checking it and making sure that the people we're hiring are diverse and that we are providing a good experience to a whole lot of different types of people. So after I left university, I went into a role working directly with students, in fact, a scholarship company, and I was working directly with students, providing a lot of pastoral care. A lot of that was understanding how the universities worked, and having been a recent graduate, I could really align with the fact that they were having stresses about doing university study. I understood the process to get into university, and people were able to kind of relate to me quite easily. And I left that role and I moved into volunteer management. And a lot of that, again, pastoral care, understanding different people, realising that everyone's got different stresses going on. And in my current role with the Mental Health Foundation, it's more of the same basically. I'm working with people and I'm engaging with them in different levels each day. The advice I would give to someone who's thinking about studying at the Faculty of Arts is definitely do it. It's a really awesome way to future-proof your career, because basically any skills you learn in a Bachelor of Arts you can take into the real world. So all the skills that I learnt in my Bachelor of Arts, all the experiences, all the different information I was exposed to has led onto a really, really interesting career, and I think that I could pretty much go anywhere with it.